Hi, welcome to lesson 0.2, self-pacing and grading. Remember, the expectations for videos is that you only have a window for this video in Canvas open. You only have your computer open when you're actively watching a video, working on an assignment, and that you pay attention to your guided notes. If you haven't picked those up yet, pause and go do that. Self-pacing and grading. The objective, I can explain what self-pacing is, how it will help me learn, and how my work will be graded. So self-pacing is exactly what it sounds like, working at your own pace. So it'll help you use your class time more efficiently, make you responsible for your learning. If you're absent, it's easy to catch up, revise your work if you need to, let you know what kind of an assignment that you're working on, and will help you meet deadlines. We'll keep track of where you are by using two different kinds of trackers to show you what you finished, how you did, and where you go next. It gives you a reflection of your work ethic. And are you working hard or not? That's the grit part. It is not a grade. And as I said, we'll have two different kinds. This is what the public tracker will look like. It is updated every day. It shows, it'll be projected in the classroom. It shows where everybody is. If your name's in purple, you're ahead. The lesson where you should be. Everybody in purple, that's ahead. If it's green, they're right where they should be. Blue, they're revising. Red, they're behind. It can be updated immediately, so if somebody gets caught up, we can change it. It'll let you know who to work with in class. If you're working on lesson 1.3, you could see who else is working on that lesson, and you could go work with them. It also reminds you about deadlines. The public tracker is not a grade. No grades will ever be shared publicly. You'll always have the opportunity to catch up. It shows your effort, not your ability, because there are no grades attached to it. Helps you figure out who you can work with and collaborate with. Helps you stay organized and manage your time. Two very important life skills. This is not a race. Everybody learns in a different way, and we'll still all reach the same destination, which is your graduation. Your individual tracker is something that you will keep with you, and you will be responsible for keeping it updated. You'll keep track of the unit's objective. There's a checklist there, so you make sure you get everything done. You'll identify if it's a must-do, should-do, aspire-do. Keep track of deadlines, record revisions if necessary, and check in with me periodically. It'll look something like this. It'll be on a piece of paper. You'll write the objective in your own words at the top for the particular lesson. You will decide which kind of assignment it's supposed to do, and that'll be identified in Canvas, whether or not you finished it, what the deadline is, when you finished it, and when it is due, so that may be before it's due or after the due date. And you'll be working at your own pace. Everything, though, will be due as a final due date. So Unit 0, we're not going to be working on in December. When that final due date for Unit 0 is done, we're done with it, and we're moving on to the next thing. So how does grading work? There are two different kinds. Formative grades are the must-dos where you practice skills, and that's worth 40% of your semester grade. Summative grades is what you'll be demonstrating with the mastery checks, showing that what you've learned, and that's worth 60% of your semester grade. All of the assignments can be accessed through Canvas. But Skyward will be the most accurate reflection of your current grade. So the three different kinds of assignments we talked about in lesson 0.1. You can go back and look at that if you need to. Everybody has to do the must-dos. If you don't finish them by the final deadline, you'll get a 0 for that assignment. Should-dos have to be completed by the final deadline. Must-dos have to be done first before you can do a should-do. Should-dos will always help you improve your grade. And then aspire to-dos will be graded the same as the should-dos. And honestly, there will be a whole lot of aspire to-dos. Mastery check shows what you've learned. Think of it as like periodic quizzes. You'll do those by yourself with no notes. You have to get at least 80% on a mastery check. If you don't get 80% on a mastery check, you'll have to do a revision. All mastery checks have to be done by the final deadline. So revisions are done if you don't get 80% or higher on a mastery check. I will decide if that's something that you need to do after the mastery check has been graded. You'll still be able to go ahead and move on, so you're not waiting around for me to grade. And we'll decide what's the best way for you to improve your grade and to meet that 80% threshold. We'll have a variety of ways for you to do that. You have to complete your revisions by the final date, and there may be more than one revision if that's what it takes to get to the 80%. So we've went through that about self-pacing and grading, and now it's up to you. So you're going to turn in your notes, pick up a copy of the mastery check when you're ready for it, and good luck.